Hi guys, welcome to the SAS course class 7, and in today's class we will learn dataset options, OBS and first OBS. Let's start. We will use the SAS help.cars dataset for today's class. Let's see the dataset. Data, new cars, I'm just creating a copy, sat.cars and run. You will see it has 428 observations and 15 columns. Now we will first use OBS dataset option. OBS. I'll just type something about this. This option restricts total number of rows to be read. So when you specify this option, it will read that number of observation, whatever you mention. I'll just copy this code and I'll just give OBS equal 5. Now I'm saying create a dataset new underscore cars and use only 5 observations from the source dataset. So from this dataset it will read only 5 observations. If it read 5, that means it will write 5, select, run. Now you can see it has read 5 and created a dataset with 5 observations. 5 means it will read the first 5. I'll just show you these first 5. Now if you can see, the fifth number observation is this. Okay. Acura 3.5 RL4DR. Let's run this part. You can see the fifth observation is 3.5 RL4DR. It has read the first 5 observations. Now what will happen if I use this dataset option with output dataset? Here we know that dataset option we can use wherever we are using the dataset. Select, run. It has given total 428 observation. That means the OBS option hasn't worked. Let's see the log. It is giving us a warning. The option OBS is not valid in this context. Option ignored. Guys, remember this. OBS option doesn't work with output dataset. And this is an interview question. We give this type of code and ask what would be the output if the source dataset contains 428 observations. And mostly people make mistakes because they think that this OBS will also work like this and give us the 5 observation, but it doesn't. So far we understand dataset option. We have OBS global option also. If I do this option OBS equal 10. So now I am setting a global option, and after that whatever data step I'll give or proc SQL or wherever I will read the data, SAS would specify that input data set size, it will read 10 observations from input data set always. Select, run. See, it has given first 10 observations only. Now you may ask, what is the benefit of this? So benefit of this is when we do a coding and we just want to check our logic whether it's working or not, and dataset size is huge, and when you check your logic it will take hours to execute, and at the end you will find out that okay, this was the mistake and your total 2 or 3 hours have been wasted. In that scenario you will use this option and your input dataset become a smaller size because it will read the less number of rows, and your logic will be tested in few seconds. Once your logic works with a small set of observations, then you can test it for the full dataset. So this is very useful. Now you may ask, how do I reset this to default? All you need to do is just mention here OBS equal max. Now it will read maximum rows. I'll just copy this, put it here and select and run. It will read max rows 428. So it's global option and this one is dataset option. Next, first OBS. So I'll just use this one and first OBS. As the name suggests, we can specify which row to be read as a first observation from the dataset. Let me type some description about this. Specify the observation from where SAS starts to read. Simple. I'll just mention here first OBS equal 5. We know that this contains 428 observation as total, and in the code we will select the first observation should be read as this from here. So Acura 3.5 RL4 DR should be the first observation. I'll just select this part and run. First observation now became this Acura 3.5 RL4 dr, and total observation it is showing now 424. Why? Because we are reading from fifth observation. So from fifth to 428. From 1 to 4 it will not read. From fifth it will read. So 428 minus 4 equal 424. Simple. Now if I want to read it, the observation with combination, means first observation and obvious option. So I am saying read first observation as the fifth observation and total observations consider 10. So 10 is the total observation, and I'll just show you all observation first. So these are the 10 observation. I'll take a screenshot. So first 10. Now go back to our code. I'm saying first observation is the fifth observation and total observations are 10. According to you, how many observation it should read? You may think like it will start from fifth observation and then total observations are 10, so it should read 5 to 15, but that's not correct. It will read observation from 5 and total observation are 10. So if we have total observation 10 and we are saying read it from fifth, so it will read from here till here. So total observations are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be in output data set. Understood? Start from fifth and total observation 10 because we have given this as obvious 10. Now select run. It has given us 6 observation from fifth to 10. Understood? Now if I will ask you a question, okay, I'll just show you the full observation, and at the end we reached at 428. If I would say from 421 to 425 observations only I want. Okay, read these observations only. I'll take a screenshot so that we can understand. What is our question? Question is read observation from 421 to 425 using first OBS and OBS. So here let me explain. What should be our first OBS option? First OBS should be 421, and what should be the OBS equal? OBS equal what you will give. If you say maximum is 428, then first OBS is this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will read till 428. But what I want from 421 to 425. I will give first OBS equal 421 and OBS equal 425. Because if I'll give 5, then it will read the first 5 observation. So that's why what is my last observation? So in that scenario, my last observation is this 425. So maximum observation with OBS, I will give this. First OBS, I will give this. Copy this and I will say 421 and total observations are 425. So I am saying I have total 425 observation, and in this one start reading from 421. So it will read from 421 to 425. I'll select and run. I got 5 observations. Now you can check with this if we get what we wanted. Volvo S60R 4DR matching, and the last one is Volvo C70 HPT convertible 2DR sedan matching. Can we use this first OBS with output dataset? Let's check. Select, run. No, it hasn't worked. It is showing 428 total observation written in output dataset. Let's see the log. It is giving us warning. The option first OBS is not valid in this context. So we understood that OBS and first OBS do not work with output dataset. I hope guys you will answer this question in interview if it is asked. That's it in this session guys. We will meet in the next class. Till the time, bye and take care.